Have you ever asked yourself, why am I still doing this at my age? If you're over 70, you might be stuck in habits that no longer serve you, quietly draining your peace and comfort. Many older adults keep pushing themselves, as if they still need to prove something, but this silent burden can steal your joy and freedom. As an experienced geriatrician, I see this daily. Today, I'll reveal 5 specific things people over 70 simply don't need to do anymore. This isn't about giving up, it's about growing into a season where peace matters more than pressure, and authenticity trumps appearances. Stay with me to unlock the most liberating chapter of your life, reclaiming your time, dignity, and true self. Number 1. Forcing yourself to please everyone. It's a pattern I've observed countless times in my years as a doctor, a quiet struggle that often goes unnoticed by those around them. Many incredible people over 70 still carry this deep-seated burden of making others happy, even when it comes at a steep cost to their own inner peace. And I want to tell you, from one seasoned soul to another, this particular burden is one of the heaviest, most unnecessary emotional weights you can possibly carry into your golden years. It often starts subtly, almost imperceptibly. You might say yes to a dinner invitation you secretly dread, maybe because the conversation is always a bit strained, or the restaurant is just too loud for your ears now. Perhaps it's keeping quiet about something that genuinely bothers you, simply because you don't want to make waves or disrupt the harmony. Or a classic scenario, agreeing to watch the grandkids for the 3rd time that week, even when your knees are aching something fierce, and all you truly crave is a quiet afternoon to yourself, perhaps with a good book and a warm cup of tea. You brush off your own needs, thinking, oh, it's the right thing to do. That's what a good grandparent, a good friend, a good parent does. But over time, slowly, subtly, you begin to feel like your life isn't quite your own anymore. It becomes a reflection of everyone else's needs and expectations, leaving very little room for your own desires. This persistent desire to please, this deeply ingrained habit, often comes from a lifetime of placing others first. It's especially prevalent among those who grew up in an era where self-sacrifice was not just encouraged, but actively praised, and where the very notion of self-care was often misunderstood, even dismissed, as selfishness. You were raised with a strong sense of duty, of putting family and community first, and these lessons, these unwritten rules, they stick with you, don't they? They become part of your very identity. But here's the crucial insight. At this precious stage in life, those old rules need a serious, compassionate revisiting. You have earned the undeniable right to be honest, to bravely speak up for your own needs, and to finally stop bending yourself in half just to keep the peace. The people who truly care about you, the ones whose opinions genuinely matter, will understand. And those who don't, well, that, my friend, tells you everything you truly need to know about where their priorities lie. I remember a conversation with a dear friend, a man in his early 80s, who shared a profound piece of wisdom with me. He said, "Doc, at some point, your no becomes just as holy as your yes." That really stuck with me. Because when you begin to truly honor your own boundaries, you're not shutting people out. Quite the opposite. You're actually creating space, making room for deeper, more authentic relationships. The kind that doesn't rely on you constantly stretching yourself thin, but rather on genuine connection and mutual respect. Let me share a story about Susan. She's a wonderful 74-year-old woman, a patient I've known for many years through my practice. For decades, Susan was the quintessential glue of her family. Always hosting holidays, always volunteering for every single school event when her kids were younger, always saying yes to every request, always the one tirelessly fixing every little thing that went wrong for her children or grandchildren. She was an absolute pillar of giving, constantly pouring herself out. But then, one day, she came into my office looking utterly, profoundly exhausted. Not just regular tired, but bone-deep exhausted, as she described it. And she said to me, "Doctor, I woke up this morning, and I realized I was just done. So completely drained, I could barely move. And the worst part? Not a single person, not one, had asked me how I was doing." Her voice was thick with emotion, a mix of sadness and a flicker of something new, a quiet, powerful resolve. That day, Susan made a profound change. It wasn't an overnight transformation, of course, but she consciously started learning to say no when she truly meant no. She began setting boundaries, gently at first, then with increasing confidence and clarity. and something truly amazing began to happen. Instead of her family falling apart, as she had always secretly feared, her relationships actually became clearer, more defined. Some grew undeniably stronger, now founded on a more honest give and take. And yes, some relationships, unfortunately, gently faded away, because they were built primarily on her constant, one-sided giving without much in return. But in every single case, Susan told me, she felt more alive, more herself than she had in years. She had, in essence, reclaimed a vital part of her own soul. Number 2, trying to look young for everyone else. It's an undeniable truth. There comes a distinct time in life when chasing youth, relentlessly pursuing a younger appearance, becomes far more exhausting than it is fulfilling. For many wonderful people, that time arrives squarely after the age of 70. And yet, isn't it striking that we still live in a world that constantly whispers, sometimes even outright shouts, that you must fight aging tooth and nail? The endless creams promising to erase decades, the dyes to hide every strand of gray, the surgical procedures, the digital filters on every photo. The pressure to look younger than you are doesn't magically disappear once you reach your 70s. In fact, for some, it only intensifies, fueled by clever marketing and societal expectations. But here's the quiet yet powerful truth that intelligent older adults eventually come to understand. Looking young is simply not the same as being well. And it certainly, unequivocally, does not guarantee happiness. All too often, this relentless pursuit of a younger appearance morphs into a fear-driven cycle. You spot a new wrinkle, a fine line, and an immediate rush to fix or erase it takes hold. Your hair begins to gracefully silver or whiten, and you might panic, worrying about how others, particularly younger generations, might perceive you. But instead of actually feeling better or more confident, you often end up feeling more anxious, more self-conscious, because the real issue isn't the wrinkle or the hair itself. No, the deeper, more insidious problem is the internal belief that aging, simply by its nature, makes you somehow less valuable, less relevant, less worthy. That belief, my friends, it's not just false. It's genuinely harmful to your spirit. Psychologically, this pervasive obsession with youth is deeply rooted in a culture that, regrettably, glorifies superficial appearances and consistently undervalues the profound richness of experience that only comes with age. But as we gracefully grow older, we gain something truly priceless that youth simply cannot give: perspective. A deep, clear-eyed understanding of what truly matters. And when you constantly try to look young, when you relentlessly strive to fit into society's often superficial and unrealistic expectations, you are, in essence, robbing yourself of the inherent dignity that naturally, beautifully, comes with every year you've lived. Now, let's get practical here. There is absolutely nothing wrong with taking good care of yourself. Dressing well, staying clean and sharp, presenting yourself in a way that makes you feel confident and your best. These are wonderful acts of self-respect. But that, my friends, is profoundly different from trying to erase the very years, the very experiences, the very stories that have shaped you into the incredible person you are today. A man I met at a senior community center, George, a vibrant 79-year-old, shared this with me, and his words have always resonated. He said, "Doc, when I finally stopped dyeing my hair, when I finally gave up trying to cover every single wrinkle, something incredible happened. People started seeing me. Not the younger version I was desperately trying to pretend to be, but the real, authentic me. And you know what?" He paused, a gentle smile on his face. "It was the most freeing moment of my entire life." The truth, a beautiful, undeniable truth, is that the people who truly love you, who genuinely cherish you, aren't drawn to your smooth skin or your thick, colored hair. No. They are drawn to your vibrant spirit, your unique sense of humor, the way you listen intently without judgment, the quiet strength with which you carry both your pains and your joys. That, my friends, is what leaves a lasting, indelible impression on their hearts. So, instead of wasting your precious time and finite energy fighting against the natural, beautiful progression of age, I encourage you, truly, to try embracing it. Let your face, with its wonderful lines and wisdom, tell your magnificent story. Let your body, with its strength and resilience, reflect a life truly well lived, full of experiences and memories. There is a very special kind of confidence, a quiet, powerful radiance, that only comes from owning every single year you've walked through, every challenge you've overcome, every joy you've savored. And that deep, authentic confidence, my dear friends, it can light up a room far more brilliantly than any anti-aging product ever could hope to. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights truly valuable, please do me a favor and comment number 2 below to let me know you're here, that this message is reaching you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Number 3. Pretending to be okay all the time. One of the harshest, most deeply ingrained habits many seniors carry with them into their 70s and far beyond is this powerful, often unspoken belief that they always have to be strong, always cheerful, and perpetually perfectly fine, no matter what profound joys or deep struggles they might be quietly navigating. It's almost as if we've all, somewhere along the line, internalized an unbreakable rule: don't complain. Don't burden anyone with your troubles. Just plaster on a smile and confidently say, "I'm okay." But here's the critical insight, something I've seen affect countless lives. Pretending to be okay when you're truly, deeply not, doesn't make you strong at all. In fact, it makes you tragically invisible. And worse, far worse, this constant suppression of your true feelings can slowly, insidiously eat away at your mental and emotional well-being, like a silent, corrosive acid. After 70, the undeniable reality is that life often becomes more layered, more complex, bringing with it a unique tapestry of experiences. There's often profound grief, perhaps from the loss of loved ones, or the changes in your own physical abilities. There can be persistent physical discomfort, nagging pains that weren't there before. And sometimes, there's even a quiet, insidious guilt about being perceived as a burden to your family. Instead of expressing these very human feelings, many older adults, out of habit or a misplaced sense of duty, push them deep down, believing that silence somehow equates to strength, to resilience. But in truth, this profound silence, this constant veneer of being fine, can very quickly turn into a crushing isolation. You start to feel like no one truly understands you, precisely because you've spent years telling everyone there's absolutely nothing wrong. This self-imposed fortress of silence, while seemingly protective, ultimately cuts you off from the very connections you need most. Stoic philosophy, and ancient wisdom, reminds us that being honest about our inner world, about our genuine feelings, is not a weakness. No, it is, in fact, a profound act of wisdom. The ancient Stoics believed in recognizing pain, truly seeing it, but without dramatizing it, and in speaking truth, your authentic truth, without any shame. That means it's not just okay to say, "You know, I'm having a really tough day today," or "I could honestly use some company right now." It's absolutely, fundamentally necessary for your soul. You were not put on this earth to suffer quietly, my friend. And you are not one bit less dignified, one bit less valuable, just because you bravely admit you're hurting. Think about this for a moment. When you tell someone you're fine, while secretly carrying the immense weight of sadness, fear, or loneliness, you're not just hiding your own struggle. You are also, inadvertently, closing the door on genuine connection. The people around you, your loving family, your cherished friends, even kind neighbors, they simply cannot offer you the support, the comfort, the understanding you need if they don't even know you need it. And contrary to a popular, yet misguided belief, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness at all. Quite the opposite. It is, in fact, a powerful sign of profound emotional maturity, of self-awareness and courage. I once knew a remarkable woman named Patricia, an 82-year-old who, for decades, never once admitted when she was struggling. After her beloved husband passed away, she bravely told everyone that she was managing just fine, that she was strong and capable. But behind the closed doors of her home, in her quiet moments, she was slowly, heartbreakingly sinking into deep despair. When she finally, tentatively, started opening up, first, by sharing her raw grief in a small support group, then by talking honestly and openly with her loving daughter, something profound shifted within her. Her relationships with her family and friends deepened significantly. Her genuine laughter, which had been absent for so long, slowly, beautifully, came back. And she no longer felt like she was living two separate, exhausting lives, one for the world and one for herself. Number 4. Apologizing for living differently. Many seniors over 70 find themselves quietly apologizing for their chosen way of life. Whether it's needing more rest, skipping noisy gatherings, eating dinner earlier, or simply preferring peace over constant stimulation, the apologies are there. "I hope that's okay. Sorry, I'm not much fun anymore," or "I know I'm being a burden." These phrases reveal a lingering pressure to meet others' expectations. But here's the truth. Past 70, you've earned the right to live life on your terms, not someone else's. The need to apologize for prioritizing your comfort or personal rhythms needs to stop. It doesn't make you more polite. It makes you smaller. You were meant to grow into your truest self, not shrink. Stoicism advises aligning our lives with reason and nature, not societal noise. If you'd rather read a book than attend a family cookout, that doesn't make you antisocial. It means you're wise enough to choose what nourishes your spirit. Many older adults were raised to believe their worth hinged on being agreeable, but this mindset leads to exhaustion and resentment. You've spent years pleasing others. Now, please your soul. I remember Arthur, 79, who stopped church events for quiet Sundays. He felt guilty explaining his absence until his daughter wisely told him, "Dad, you don't owe anyone an excuse. If it brings you peace, it's the right choice." That shifted his perspective. He owned his new rhythm with pride. Older age brings clarity. You know what gives you energy and what drains it. Why apologize for honoring that wisdom? Your preferences are not problems. They're the result of a life well lived. Your life is your sanctuary. Protect it. If you find these insights valuable, comment number 4 below, and subscribe if you haven't. Number 5. Chasing everyone's approval. One of the hardest habits to shed as we age is the need for approval. Even after 70, that quiet urge to be liked, accepted, or validated by family, neighbors, and society often persists. We second-guess decisions, soften opinions, or pretend to agree, all out of fear of being judged or excluded. This trap follows us from childhood into our golden years. But life after 70 is simply too short to be lived under someone else's expectations. Stoic wisdom teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, thoughts, and values, not the fleeting opinions of others. Trying to manage how others see us is like trying to hold water in your hands. It always slips through. Yet, many seniors still carry this burden of approval seeking. Approval is a moving target. You will never please everyone. So why keep trying? Think of Margaret, an early 80s woman I met. She loved vibrant clothes and bold earrings, but had toned herself down for years, wearing beige and staying quiet because her daughter told her to act her age. One day, Margaret looked in the mirror and asked, "Whose life am I living?" That week, she rediscovered her bright colors and finally felt like herself. You don't need permission to be you, especially now. Those who truly love you won't ask you to shrink or pretend. And for those who do, their approval isn't worth your peace. Stoicism encourages acting with integrity, not for applause. Live honestly, not for performance. You've earned your wisdom. Let younger generations chase popularity. You've graduated from that race. What replaces it is far better. Freedom. The day you stop needing approval is the day you start living in full, unapologetic color again. If Margaret's story inspired you, comment "Be yourself" below. As we wrap up our time together today, we've explored 5 truly critical habits that, when released, can profoundly transform our golden years. But knowledge, as we all know, is only truly powerful when we put it into action. It's when we take that first brave step. So now, I have one deeply important question for you personally. What is the one commitment you are making to yourself, just one small but significant commitment, after watching this video? It could be as simple as, "I will say no to that extra obligation this week," or "I will embrace my gray hair with pride," or "I will finally admit to a friend when I'm having a tough day." Please, take a moment and share your personal commitment in the comments below. Let's create a beautiful tapestry of shared resolve, inspiring each other to take that first, liberating step. And if you found real value, genuine comfort, and true inspiration in our time together today, please show your support by giving this video a like. It truly helps us reach more incredible people like you. To ensure you continue on this journey of peace and authenticity with us, and never miss another video full of life-changing wisdom, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's more than just subscribing. It's joining a warm, supportive community dedicated to living our best, most vibrant lives, together. Finally, take a moment to think of just one person, a friend, a family member, who you know needs to hear this empowering message today. And please, generously share this video with them. You might just plant a seed of freedom and change in their life, too. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay wise, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video, as we continue to explore the art of living well.